I do.
Fucking task.
There's the consent, the fucking slag.
Oh,
Mark, don't edit that bit in. YouTube will fucking do us over with the algorithm. Don's told me.
You please don't cut this.
So, hello everybody. We're back for another episode of Talking Shop. This is one hell of a deep season, and I'm loving it. It breaks up them pay-per-view reviews, and yeah, it's just exciting to talk to people, to be honest. And we are exploring different people today. So, I am Rob Campbell alongside.
High on the hills of a great big dildo. Daniel Cornfield.
Obviously, jobber number 2 could not be with us today. We do love you, Mark. I'm sure he'll be back soon, safe, sound, and well. But we are alongside my good friend, my brother, Mr. Greg Chandler. How are you, good sir?
Howdy. I'm good. I'm good. Living life.
Yep. He's nice and relaxed. He's had a few beers. He's very nervous about this for good reason. We're going to talk a lot of things on this episode of Talking Shop. It's not going to be your traditional, we have a wrestler on here today, but we have a huge fan of professional wrestling, a huge fan of this show, the man behind the Hot Tag 10 code, produced awesome material like this one right in front of me as a birthday present, which I absolutely fucking love. Can't get enough of. Gonna sell them as 8x10s, right? You know, all of the gimmicks.
Got a stack ready for you.
He has got a stack waiting for me. He's absolutely correct. So here we go. Let's get this party started. Craig, let's start with wrestling, buddy. Let's just go way back when. What got you into it?
So for me, earliest memory for me would be 1986.
Okay.
I was 3 years old, and it was the end. It would have been 86, 85, 86, the end of World of Sport. Sitting on my granddad's lap, watching TV, wrestling came on, and I just didn't take my eyes off the screen. That was me, man. I was hooked. So every time I went around my granddad's, because he was the only one that had the decent TV, it was, I want wrestling. And it all went from there, man.
Wow.
Well, does it, hearing that World of Sport was the thing that hooked you in as well, even comes as a surprise to me, to be honest with you, because we have that connection of old school WWF. We talk about WWE, we talk about everything all the time, sort of thing. But yeah, just to hear about the World of Sport side of things is a big reveal, so to speak.
Mate, I couldn't even tell you the wrestlers, matches, anything. All I know, my granddad used to talk about it all the time, tell me that was the thing. It was on TV. It was on ITV. He couldn't give two shits, but I cared, so it had to be on.
So just going off that, saying that you don't remember like the characters from World of Sport, you just remember it. What was the first wrestling character you ever truly got behind? Like became like a fan of?
I was a Bret Hart boy.
That's
from the get go. Hart Foundation. I mean, that's why I love Rob. I think
that makes sense.
Something to do with it.
Yeah, it helps. Definitely
it helps.
But yeah, man, I was never a Hogan guy or Warrior. It was always about the wrestling. Okay. I was the odd kid when it came to being a wrestling fan because I didn't like Hogan and I didn't like the Warrior. Just couldn't give two shits.
Yeah. Them jacked up motherfuckers could go fuck themselves.
Maybe I just had a thing for small guys. I don't know.
Small guys
still do
work.
Yeah.
In height anyway. Obviously, I'm quite big in other areas, obviously, but not all areas. But
it was enough for that one night only.
One night made everything all right. So Bret Hart. Hart Foundation just hooked you with obviously this fucking looking like Jim the Anvil Neihard over here, this motherfucker, Carson Bailey.
Oh wow,
love a good beard.
You are
good
my Anvil. Deal with it.
I'm gonna say
I'm okay with that.
The big bastard.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I can live with that.
You shouldn't hate that. I can do a Russian leg sweep, so So can you. By the way, I'm not saying you can't do one.
I was going to say, how dare you? How dare you assume my ability of the Russian leg sweep?
I know, it's terrible. It's
Are you the
fucking
Russian
terrible.
arm sweep? And fuck you.
So, Craig, what was like the first like WWF sort of pay-per-view or moment memory that you sort of can think of?
Oh, so I think we had a recap when we was at mine last time drinking, and it was I can't remember what Royal Rumble it was now, but it posed off Ultimate,
91.
Warrior and 91 was it Warrior and
he might be actually
Rude.
Warrior Rude pose off
90. Royal Rumble 90, I'll say, Dom. Get
Yeah,
that up on the Google.
I'm not
machine.
arguing with Rayman.
Big John Studd won the Rumble in the end, so it's got to be 90.
89. If Big John Studd won the Rumble, it was 89 because it was Duggan,
89.
Studd, Hogan.
So I got my years, 98, yeah. So, yeah.
1989, the year I was born, Craig. The year I was born.
I stole the VHS from our local video place.
Blockbuster,
And,
the equivalent.
No,
Den's
Mate,
DVDs.
It was basically a Den's DVD. He's down the corner.
Nice.
Yeah,
And they actually
just
kept the
up.
cassette in the fucking case at the time, like.
Mate, all of them, mate.
Dickheads.
Back in the day, it was all there.
Fucking
So I just
dickheads.
walk in, help myself.
I would say they used to do it at a Blockbuster as well. Like, every now and again, just go through like, sweet. Just like slide it down a trouser leg and
Man.
I wonder my fucking shares never paid off in Blockbuster, I tell you.
Mate, my dad
It's
used
still
to
going,
walk into there.
There is still technically one Blockbuster in the world still running.
Ain't there one in Canada or some shit?
Yeah, it's like Canada or America. It's like literally, I think it franchised itself just before it went under. So legally, they are the last Blockbusters that are open.
Fantastic.
So, random bit of a
Day out. Why not?
Hey, why not?
Let's try it out.
Into
Get your
video and-
passports ready, lads. Let's go.
Excuse me, do you have a VHS of that Jason Voorhees guy?
It's coming up to his anniversary soon as well, isn't it?
It is, yes.
This Friday.
It is.
Indeed.
It
It is indeed.
And as
my
we,
boy. Love him.
yeah, there he is. He's there. It's an epic shirt that you are wearing, in all
That is a
fairness.
beautiful shirt.
Joined by all of the characters of the world of horror and more, which we will dive into a little bit. We're going to actually get a little bit serious here on Talking Shop. Craig has asked to come on today and actually talk about something that doesn't really get talked about a lot, especially in modern society, in wrestling, in everything, and that's mental health. And I think it's really important that we do go into this and talk about it and get your experience out there, not only because of the 18 plus months that we've all been through, but it's a fucking thing that affects a lot of people every single fucking day. And, that's why the statistics of suicide rates and XYZ and so on and so forth. But I digress. Craig, talk to me, brother.
Also,
Mate, where do you start with this? Like you say, too many people don't talk about it. And obviously I've been watching your show since day one. And I said to you, I feel some people may hold back with certain things, which I completely understand. But I feel if somebody spoke up, maybe most people would. Might help one or two people, might not. They might just say it's a crock of shit and move on with their life. But here I am. I deal with anxiety and depression, and have done pretty much my entire life. And it can be a bitch.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think this is gonna be a hard one to get into, but I think once we're into it, we're into it. It's not a fun feeling though, is it?
No. There's going to be a lot of me pausing during talking.
Yeah.
My anxiety started. I struggle sometimes just getting up in the morning and leaving the house. There's been many times where I'll get to open the door to leave for work. I'm feeling okay, and then it kicks in, and it kicks in hard, and I can break down, start crying, or I'll just physically be sick, and I have to force myself out the door. And yeah, that can happen a lot,
mate. Like it's one of them situations. I was like, it doesn't matter though. It's like the scariest thing is it just happens. Like your mind will just go, and it started, and there's nothing you can do. You're just riding that wave. Like I've just got to get through to my day. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, look, we like you said, we all have these experiences and these moments, and we all have a reason that we have to get through them. And you know, I suppose for you, Craig, that's six children and a wife. That is the thing that motivates you to get out of bed in the morning and do what you need to do.
Yeah, completely. If it wasn't for Marie and the kids, yeah, I honestly don't know where I'd be. I've been in that situation where I've sat on my own, but before Marie and the kids, like I've sat there on my own, and you contemplate everything. You contemplate your life. You contemplate your death. You contemplate, is it worth it? It's a struggle at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it though that you find yourself dealing with things like this when they come up? Because you know, like you say, that they're not every day, but they also can be every day for a period of time, and then it might drop off for a bit, and so on and so forth. How do you best find a way around your anxiety and depression?
So for me, I kind of have a fix. Like I'll focus on something, like whether I'll just look at a picture of the kids on my phone, picture of Marie, or I'll just watch a video. Wrestling has always been my go-to. From when I was younger, like I said, I've dealt with this pretty much my entire life. Wrestling has been my escape forever. It could be anything. It could be a promo. It can be just a little match or anything. Like in the morning, last Friday, I think it was, getting ready to go for work, happened. Just kicked in and I started throwing up bad. I had a massive headache. I honestly didn't feel like I could leave the house. So I just flipped my phone on, stuck the network on, put it on play. I think I was on SummerSlam 92. I think it started, SummerSlam 92 because Road Warrior's coming out. And it just zones me out for a second. It just gives me that little bit. Then I can start walking. Once I'm out the house and I'm walking, I know I've got to go. Then I've got a purpose. I've got to do it. Providing for my kids, you know, I need to do it.
Yeah. And it's amazing. Something like wrestling can give you that escape to actually push you forward and make you want to do like what you need to do, rather than going. You know, I use this train spotting reference quite a bit because I've watched it recently, and you know, I've appreciated it a little bit more as an adult. And when he's having that hit and he sinks back into that carpet, it could be so easy for all of us to do that, and take the easy way out. It's not an easy way out because it can be quite difficult to weigh up and contemplate your life, and actually, you know, thinking about taking your life and ending it, and thinking that's actually the only option that you have. And the bottom line is it isn't the only option that people have. You can talk to people, you can watch wrestling, you can go for a drink with a pal and have a chat, whatever it might be, to get things off your chest and get your head in the right headspace.
Well, for me, it was a couple of years ago. I had a complete breakdown at work. Just lost my shit. It's like I was being an arsehole to a couple of the guys I was working with at the time. They knew what was going on because I spoke to them, but I just lost my shit completely and broke down. And I come home and I said to me, I was like, "This shit's gone too far now. I need to sort my shit out." And so I just started talking to people. Obviously, we had a little bit of a hiatus, me and you, certain reasons, and so I only had a couple of people left in my life as well, like around me, and that I felt I could talk to. I had people around me, but like close people that I felt like I could talk to. So I just reached out to a couple of people, and I was like, "Look, I'm a mess. Just talk to me. Just talk to me. This is what I've been going through. This is where I am. So I've been used a lot. Not saying bad. Not used, but I'm like the broad shoulders for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've been that person for people to come to talk to, any issues, wherever, come to me. And it's always been that way. And that's helped me deal with my shit because I can ignore it.
Yeah.
So I'll push a lot of my problems
Suppress
to the back
it.
to help anybody else.
Yeah.
I reached out to you a couple of times when you had your thing, and it was like, if you come to me, I haven't got to deal with my shit then. You know, it's like I've used other people as the shoulder, really. So their problems became mine, which then I didn't have to worry about my own.
Yeah.
But, you know, then it builds up.
When did you recognise that you couldn't keep going like that? What was the shift to make you want to then improve it for yourself rather than being the guy that everybody relies on to, you know, he's them broad shoulders, come and fucking give me some more, motherfucker, come and tell me all your shit, I'm not going to worry about my shit. When did that change for you?
So I had a stint of about 6 months to a year, and it felt like I was cursed because there's that many people dying around me. A few people I know committed suicide. That couple of them was just acquaintances, but you know, there's still people I knew. One actually reached out to me, but I didn't acknowledge the fact he was reaching out. He said, "Hi, let's talk." I was at work, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm at work, bro. I'll catch you another time." I didn't get back to him, and then I found out a few days later he took his life, and that hurt. That really hurt. And I came home to Marie and I can't keep pushing shit away and ignoring it because I'm going to end up in that position.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to reach out to somebody and they're not going to be able to be there, and I'm not going to know what to do anymore. So me and Marie sat down, we had a chat, and basically explained to her how much of a mess I am and have been for so many years. I've just put a front on and ignored it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big thing to recognise, isn't it? And we are talking about very difficult things here. So if you know this isn't for you, then fucking sort your life out, because we need to have these conversations more in life. People need to get things off their chest more than you think, and people are feeling this way on a daily basis and not showing you that they're feeling this way. And I'm not going to sit here fucking high horse over here and say I've never experienced anything. Don, if you want to open up at all, go for it.
I'm gonna say it's not an easy struggle. To be honest, like I'm sort of fighting back tears a little bit. It's just hearing your story, it's eerie familiar. I'll put it like that. It's eerily familiar. But I'm gonna say Christ, when I was probably at my worst, I had the luxury. I was very fortunate to have people around me who probably spotted it a lot sooner than I ever did. And after a long time, like it's no easier today. Like, that's the truth. It's no easier today. But it's nice to know there's people there. And I'm so beyond thankful for that. That's all I got to say about that.
Having the people there makes a fucking difference.
Yeah.
Even if you're not talking about it, just knowing that they're there.
Yeah. Just like even
makes a difference.
A phone call, a text, even like here's a picture of Ahmed Johnson's dick. Like, you know, like some, you know, it's nice to just got people like
fill up a cup.
It's nice to know that there's out there listening. And yeah.
And that is the really important thing, and that's the takeaway that needs to be given. Someone out there will listen. Someone out there will care enough to talk to you and hear your problems, talk about their own problems really as well. And then the pair of you can get your heads together and actually go, how do we fix this then? Or how do we work on it to improve? Because you can't fix it. It's not a thing that you fix. especially overnight, and you probably live with it for the rest of your life. I'm just shooting here because you know we're in our 30s. We don't know what's down the road. I know you're pushing it, Craig, but fuck me, you do you know what I mean, you old bastard. But that's the point. The point is we're all having a conversation here about, you know, some of the shit that we've been through. And I didn't experience it until the lockdown. And then I really experienced it. And it was like, well, where did that come from? And then heart palpitations. Fuck. What is going on here? And you have those moments, and you know, I never thought I'd be sitting here, and I never thought I'd be having this conversation like with anybody. Say, yeah, I've started meditating. And what, you prick?
Yeah.
Because guess what? It really fucking helps me, and that's just me on a personal level. Like that works for me. Other people do other things. The gym done, you know, when you're in that fucking mindset and you're rattling them fucking bars in that gym, you're on it. We all need a release, and we all need a network of people that can fucking support each other. We're human beings. We're friends. We love each other in some cases. A little bit too much. We get a bit topless sometimes.
The thing is as well,
right, the internet, that sort of thing.
There's people out there as well, even if you don't know them. Sometimes that's actually easier. It's someone you don't know.
Well,
there's no judgment, even if there isn't. Like, it's just that feeling of judgment. Like, there are, like, the Samaritans, like, you know, there's so many genuinely good websites and phone numbers just to ring. And if you just want to scream down the phone for 20 minutes and then go, I understand. Maybe that's all you need. Sometimes you just need that release. So.
It helps, man. I did, we're being open. I recently, last week before, I had a one-to-one meeting with a counsellor, online meeting, similar to what we're doing right now. Just a little chat, basically telling them I'm fucked up and my head's in dodgy places at times. And just venting fucking helps to somebody who'd never met in my life, never going to fucking meet in my life. It was just good just to fucking get it out and have them go, all right, yeah, you sound like a prick, but thanks for telling me. Because it felt good just to get it off your chest. It does help.
You can't bottle things up. That's the key thing for me. And that's the key takeaway for me. And I'm really not preaching. And if it hasn't worked for you and things are different for you and they work for you, then great. Share that practice with someone. It might help them.
Seen a tweet from Adam Pearce today, and it was, do something nice for somebody. It is that simple sometimes. Like, if someone just comes up to you just randomly, are you okay? I'll dive one more bit deeper with one. Before me and Marie got together, like I said, going for a really dark patch. Me and Jack Daniels were even closer then than we were now. And we are now, I should say. And I wasn't contemplating death, but I was sitting on a bridge with a bottle of Jack Daniels. In my head, I had no desire to jump in any way. At least I don't think I did. But I was there on the edge of this bridge, just drinking. I don't know what I was going to do. I was just there. And an old guy just walked past, leaned on the bridge next to me, and I said, "You all right, mate?" And that was it. He just sat there and said hello to me. I told him to fuck off. He didn't. And he just sat there for a bit. And then I just started to move. It was just simple as this guy just standing with me. Made a difference. Not like I said, I'm not saying I would have done anything. I don't know. My headspace was all over the place then. But that random person, this random old dude just coming next to me saying, "You all right, mate?" And just standing there with me made me get off and walk away.
It's powerful, right?
You can make a difference to somebody without realizing it, and that's what this is about. It's hopefully, like you said, it might not be for everyone. Everyone has their own ways and everything else, and you know that's great. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, we walk out of a curtain as wrestlers in front of a crowd. We don't know 200 people. We don't know 50 people. We don't know whatever's in that audience. We don't know their individual problems, we don't know what they were fucking arguing about before they come to the show, for example. We just don't know what their life is like. We don't know. We go out there, we try to entertain them, we try and pick them up, give them a smile, give them something to enjoy, something memorable that actually, whatever happened earlier, you didn't cook the fucking potatoes properly, Mark. No turkey, Jeremy. You absolute fucking cunt. For, later on that night, that same evening, the turkey don't matter. That's a little thing. We're in a better mind space. We've enjoyed ourselves. We've released some endorphins, man. Oh yeah, the macho man loves his cocaine, just like I like my Jack Daniels and my rum. Oh yeah. I digress. We're on a very serious subject. I have to make light of it, otherwise, I get a bit fucking messed up myself. So apologies.
We all know you're emotional.
Yeah,
I am a very, very emotional dude, and I am really holding it back on this particular podcast to keep us going. But Craig, you are amazing, and everything that you do on a daily basis for your wife and for your kids is fucking amazing. And no matter how difficult things are, no matter how fucking stressed you get, or if you're scared of making the wrong decision like you have done today, trust me, you are doing the fucking right thing. 100%. You've got this, and I'll fucking stand by you all the way. Simple as that.
exactly. I think it's never forget who you are. You man your principles. In fact, this is for everyone. Just remember that you're awesome. If you ever need to reach out, there's people there. You're not on your own.
As Don would say, write into us at PO Box.
Get fucked.
PO
Box, get back to the 80s, motherfucker.
My man still thinks we've got a fucking letterbox, like.
I still have a pigeon come to my house.
Well, that's for other reasons. Craig, before obviously we move on from this taboo subject that we've really deep dived into and had a really open and honest conversation about, is there anything that you want to get fucking out there that you feel we might have missed, and the whole point and purpose of this conversation that you want to get across?
I think we've pretty much touched on what we need to with it, but I think it's just the understanding that everybody the thing for everybody is to understand that it's okay to talk, man. It don't mean fuck all. You can be a big ass bloke. Don't mean shit, man. Just talk. Don't make it less of a man. Don't make it less of a person. Fucking stand up, talk, say, I have a fucking problem. This is me. The more I talk about my shit, the more I feel okay on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You can ask pretty much anyone in my life now. They know pretty much everything about me, from my debt to my ex-life to alcohol, which was a big part of my life at one point. Moved to Devon at one point just for the fucking shits. Everyone in my life knows about me now because it helps me. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to know it. You're gonna fucking listen because it helps me. If I need to vent, you're gonna fucking listen. And the people that stay there and listen, they're the people that stay in my life. And I think everyone, like we keep saying, maybe beating a fucking dead horse, but you need them people. I've got my people. You can say you've got 1,000 people on fucking Facebook that are your friends, but there's a fucking dozen of the fuckers for me that are really there, and that's all that matters to me. Nothing else fucking matters. I've got my wife, my kids, my family, and as far as I'm concerned, my close friends, which are my family, and yeah. Just have you people with you, man. Stop open your fucking mouth.
Yeah. It's okay not to be okay.
Exactly. It's okay not to be okay.
It's not just a hashtag, people. Just remember that shit.
Yep. I need a drink.
Yep, me too. Drink to it's okay to not be okay. People
That
listening,
was.
Are you still here?
people listening, if you are
Is everyone
there,
still with us?
Yeah.
thank you for coming along on this journey with us to talk about
On this wrestling podcast.
on this wrestling podcast, which trust
It's
me,
a live podcast now.
trust me, wrestlers experience mental health issues too. All day, every day, sometimes, a lot of the time, whatever it might be, especially with the way that the wrestling community has sort of been torn apart and fell apart over the last 18 months in the lockdown period, especially in British wrestling. Never mind worldwide wrestling. British wrestling has been rocked hard like a motherfucker. And we're bouncing back. People are still around, are bouncing back, and we're staying positive and we're moving forward. There's still some individuals out there that like to make a fucking big deal of shit and go about things in the wrong way. But leave them to it. If that's their way of fucking getting shit done, then albeit to them. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm just Rob Campbell, so fuck you.
Right.
Let's talk about horror. Let's talk about
That was a perfect
shirt.
segue. That was. I'm
Yeah,
sure it was.
Let's go from not killing ourselves to enjoying
And
people
just
getting
because
killed.
Marie thinks she's quite funny right now, I'm going to share with you all.
Is
That,
she
my
nude?
wife seems to think it's funny that she's walking in and fucking getting a tits out in front of me.
Wow.
There you go. That's how you break the fucking mood. Segue.
And
Imagine what a bit of flesh will do to like improve someone's mood.
for people that don't know Marie, Craig will tell you she's got a great set of tits. I'll also just told you that. Whether I'm allowed to or not is a different story. Marie, I do love you, but you know, it is what it is. Craig's my boy.
It's fact. What can we say?
I would say, just quickly before we go into horror, can we just talk about the wall behind you and your
My little men.
Yes,
Tiny man.
that is, you got tiny people. Oh,
Yeah, my little
shit.
tiny people.
There's a tiny Hulk Groot. There's a tiny Venom Groot and a tiny Venom raccoon. And
they're all venomized. They're all venomized.
yeah, is that the entire? Nice. Is that Ghost Rider venomized?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
One of my favorites, that little boy is.
Nice.
For people
For that
listening to this
fucker
on
as well.
Spotify,
Love me
we
Venom.
are
Love me
going
Venom. Oh,
through
yeah,
the
that
pop
was a bit pointless,
figures.
wasn't it? That was just...
No, not really. You know, some people
Sorry,
watch on
sorry,
YouTube, some
Spotify
people
folks.
listen to it
Whatever
on
your,
Spotify, Google Podcasts, whatever. So I have to visually explain what we're doing sometimes.
Fortunately, my jokes fall on this problem as well, especially like the gimmick board.
Yeah, the gimmick board doesn't
Got to have
help.
the crow in there as well. It's nice to see a crow. Well, a dragon.
Fucking what Phineas Godwin?
Actually, that crow is actually a segue from what we was talking about, because that the light box, which you probably can't see that well, but it's falling fucking apart. It actually says it can't rain all the time.
Nice.
That song saved me on so many occasions.
Yeah.
So that is, yeah, there you go. There's your segue, Rob. Little people can't rain all the time. There we go.
Nice segue. You've also segued into a bit of music, and I know that you're enjoying a certain band at the moment. And listen to a few albums. Maybe you should tell us about that.
I recently found a love for a certain little group that Rob might know, the Don Broco. There, yeah.
I've heard they've been looking. For a place. Is this the band I'm thinking of? It's the group of men, Bedford, I believe.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, it is on the board. I know it's blurred out now, but it does say missing Bedford. If found, please contact Don Broco.
Yeah, they do like a bit of technology.
Yes, I have heard that. Oh, wow.
They have priorities that are quite automatic, I hear.
Oh, love it.
Cowboy dance. Another reference.
David
Yeah, I've
Beckham
got no more.
lookalikes these days.
What's your favorite? Like, what's your favorite track or album you've heard so far? Then,
Well, I can tell you straight away that I will not be able to name a single song.
Okay.
Not because I don't know them. I am shit at remembering titles. Terrible. When me and Rob, when we went out and was singing on that night, fucking me and Rob was talking about it. He went, "What's your favorite track?" And I went, "Yeah, that one." On the end of the album.
Yeah, and I immediately went, "You want to know?" And he went, "Yes, absolutely." and it was, and literally that song to me, like, and I've said this countless times, but the lyrics in that song, like, they resonate. So, the one of my favorite lyrics for Don Broco's songs, it's you like getting laid, but you didn't lay all your cards out on the table. Basically, that's how the lyrics sort of goes. And yeah, it's just fucking fantastic. It just tells you how it is. It's straight to the point. It resonates with my life, the way I feel about it. So yeah, I love Don Broco.
Not a bad one.
And the 1974 plus one.
I was gonna say, the 974 plus one. I've been enjoying Girls lately.
Yeah,
Girls has
I've
been
enjoying them for about 32 years of my life.
Wow. Wow.
Speak.
If you will, baby. Yeah, so horror. Let's Don, I'll tell you what, you take this segment, mate.
Okay.
I'll give you something other than unboxing shit. Okay.
I've taken fucking over. All right.
Woo!
So,
and that's the end of this segment.
So, okay, what is... All right, I'll go the same way as we started the interview. What's your earliest memory of a horror film? Or the first one you remember watching? And how far below 18 was you when you watched it?
Ooh, fuck.
I like that.
So
Well done, Don. Well done.
I think my earliest one was the original Puppet Master movies.
Nice.
My granddad had the VHS. You gotta love a good bit of VHS. He had the Puppet Master. He had the first Puppet Master on VHS, and I was only young, and I decided that would be a good thing to take home with me to watch. Didn't have a VHS player at the time, so snuck downstairs. Obviously, mum and dad didn't know I had it. Snuck downstairs, put it in, and I was like, "This should be good." I'm sure that my granddad will only have like a really good cartoon or something for me to watch.
Oh God.
And I sat there pretty much like that, like, the fuck am I watching? But I fucking loved it. Like,
I did that with
absolutely
porn.
fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I still do that sometimes with porn.
Yeah, that is true.
Sort of up there watching it like, what the fuck am I watching? This is depraved.
Hey, step
Yeah.
bro.
That was new.
That can go there.
Recently found The Man with Two Dicks. That was intriguing. So, you know.
I'm gonna say we're just trying it out. He's just trying things out. You know what? He's got an extra option. He's got an extra option.
Fucking hell, he can do two at once. So, what about the Puppet Master then? Did you enjoy it in the end? Have you gone back and revisited it? And
Puppet Master?
Nope.
No.
maybe on Kill Count. Maybe.
I don't think Janice has actually covered the Puppet Master.
Well, maybe you should.
Maybe it's something we could put
amazing.
random non-wrestling thing. We just randomly watch a film. Maybe even get you involved, Craig. Like we'll just do a random review.
I've only been suggesting that for the last 6 months.
Yeah, but I'll
shoot.
The problem is
boom, boom, boom,
go down this rabbit hole. This will go weird. This will go weird if we do this.
I think.
Yeah.
I think
to be honest with you guys, I hate to do this, but
oh shit! That's why I get cancelled.
I've got my own unboxing shit today.
Oh shit!
So I was given presents by the Proberts at the SWA show. Sorry, the APW show. That's the one. Now one is for Bella, so that's that one. So I won't open that one.
That's probably for the
fair, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I have one here. It's from Becky, Maggie, and Tim. It says To Chaos, and it doesn't cost me $14.99 per month from WrestleCrate UK. I got this one for absolutely free. Thank you for the gift. Let's have a look. It is a late Christmas gift, The reason that it's a Christmas gift is because spoiler alert, spoiler alert. We didn't get to see each other at Christmas because spoiler alert, the world was fucked. It still is. I think we're on theme and we're gonna like this.
Ooh.
Okay, so
right, can we just take a wild guess?
You can take a wild guess.
Craig, do you want to take a wild stab in the dark?
Well, as we're on theme, I'm going to say something Michael Myers related.
I'm going to say Funko Myers.
Okay. Yeah. It's a cup.
Oh.
Okay.
Wrong.
It's not Michael related, and I don't think the cup is going to do us any justice. Oh, it actually will. It will give us a little bit of justice. Gizmo.
Kit one with a bit of Gremlins. Love it.
Bit of Gremlins. It actually turns out to be a heat changing mug, so it will change to give me more Gremlins when the heat is on.
The issue is you can't get that cup wet though.
Hey. Or feed it a biscuit.
I'm actually
also, it depends on the time zone you're in and if it's crossed over to midnight or not. You've got to be careful about this thing. That is very nice, though. That is very sweet.
You've got to love a bit of Gremlins.
Thank you very much. And that was a rib on you, Don, because I've done my own episode of unboxing shit during an episode of Talking Shit.
All right, I'll wait till you do like a new episode of something. It's all you and I'll just randomly throw in like a complete new concept.
Someone get the kid a fucking Happy Meal.
That's the next unboxing video, is me just buying a Happy Meal, watching the disappointment of me opening. What did you have, toy or book? Fucking disappointment.
Unbelievable, Jeff. We've gone massively off subject. I do apologise, Craig, but he, I had to rib him. I had to rib him, right?
It has to be done. Needs must and all that.
Exactly. So, Craig, I'm going to give you hypothetical fights. Who wins?
Let's do it.
Chucky versus Leprechaun.
Chucky.
Any reason?
Or Leprechaun was shit.
Yeah, but I like Warwick Davis.
I did, mate. I love little people. Evidently,
little bits.
Well, to be fair, I've got to give it. Warwick Davis did a much better job than Hornswoggle.
100%. 100%.
So love me a bit of Honey, but yeah, Warwick Davis all the way. But yeah,
Who
Chucky
wants
would
to play Tenables? I want to play Tenables. You're shit.
That's what he might as well have said to contestants, not consistents, contestants on that show.
I only knew that was a thing 2 days ago.
And he's not on it anymore. He doesn't do it, does he?
I don't fucking know.
I'm sure they've got some new fucking dickhead, probably Steve Mullahan or some wanker like that.
I made a mistake and flicked on the TV. Like fucking, I don't know.
Flicking on the telly in the daytime's dangerous. Flicking on the telly at 4:30 in the morning in a hotel is evidently as dangerous.
It's when you ring up the number on the screen.
I was going to say, it depends if you ring it.
I didn't get to talk to no babe on a station. Got to 5 a.m. and they went, nah, we're off the air now, fuck off. Go and have a wank in your fucking Yorkshire tea bar or something, I don't know.
Well, again,
what's the next fight? I mean,
what's the next one? What we got?
Okay. Ash Williams
of
The Evil Dead versus Maniac Cop.
It's got to be Ash.
I want to throw randos here.
No shit.
Mate, I loved Maniac Cop. That was another one that
Dude, you just like Full Moon.
That was some serious wanky material. That was quality. That was. But
also, nice reference. Bruce Campbell's in that film as well.
Yeah.
One of his earlier roles. If you will. Love that
trio of If You Will. I love it.
Why not? Trio of Dusties. One love.
Fucking hell, right, Black Eyed Peas.
Hey.
Right. I'll go one more. And I think because the film was bullshit and it was never answered. So let's go for it. Freddie versus Jason.
I'm a Jason boy. All the way, Jason. That
You can't
is
back
my...
a nonce, can you?
This is my thing, right? I don't understand the love for Freddie. Oh, I should also point out, Don, that once I get on a tangent, I can go on a rant at times.
Ask Rob.
So,
No.
oh, mate, I'll do it on anything. I'll do it to Rob sometimes just to piss him off and tell him Ric Flair's overrated.
But you've watched the show where I've like bitched about Bret Hart. Like I do it I know it's gonna wind him up. That's why fucking Phineas is my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, it's got to be done at times.
No,
Got to be done.
Not with your friends. Who can you rib?
The pig is
Exactly.
the goat. Still going strong in AEW these days as well. It's amazing.
No, that's actually not Phineas. That's Jeff Farmer. That's a jumping Jeff Farmer.
Fantastic.
That's NWO Sting. It's not Steve.
So Jason wins.
Jason
Why
wins.
Jason,
Yeah.
though?
Yeah. Why, I don't understand the fascination with Freddie. Freddie's a piece of shit.
Look,
You just sit back. You just sit back and go, oh, I ain't scared of you.
When they made him a nonce, like, you know what I mean? You've ruined him there. Like,
But yeah,
don't make him a nonce. Like, don't get me wrong. When I watched Nightmare on Elm Street growing up, underage, as you do, you know, because that was our life growing up. You know,
first film that scared me.
Parents don't go, oh yeah, it's an 18, you can't watch that. They go, yeah, feel free, look, crack on. That's why my brother, after watching Halloween H2O, picked up a knife, fucking whacked it through a door and stabbed me right here. Like literally stabbed me in the fucking face. Could have got my eye. It was amazing. Like, look, I was scared shitless. Like, and I'm the eldest. I was looking after him, and he, you know, we probably got into some fucking argument or some shit. We just watched Halloween H2O, maybe even Resurrection. Off he goes to get the knife. What the fuck? I'm running around the house. So I end up in the utility room. I peek out like to see where he is. Boom, knife through the door in the cheek. Wow. Okay. Maybe that's why there's a fucking rating on him. But back to, if you will, Friday. No, not Friday. Nightmare on Elm Street. I was pretty fucking scared of him. Like in the original movies, going to sleep after watching those films was a little bit of a problem because you think, I'll fucking die. That motherfucker gonna kill me in my sleep.
Mate, I want to say I was about 6, I think, the first time I watched Freddie. And again, it was at my granddad's because he had the fucking he had Sky and everything. And I was like, oh, granddad, can I watch this? My nan in the background, don't let him watch that. It'll scare him. Nah, I've seen it before. So my granddad's response, oh, well, leave him to it then. He said, okay. After about an hour of watching it, I was straight up hiding behind my granddad. Didn't go back to watching that film until I was 16.
Bitch.
Mate, I hid like a motherfucker. My mates, when I was about 13, was like, oh, let's watch Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm like, nah, mate, I'm going to go wank off a goat or something. Much rather do that than fucking watch that shit. Then when I did finally go back to it, I was like, okay, that wasn't as scary as I thought, but scared the fuck out of me as a kid.
In your mind, though, when you're afraid of something, in your mind, he's terrifying. It's like when I was younger, you know, the film that genuinely petrified me, Edward Scissorhands. Just the way he looked freaked me the fuck out. Like for years, like I could not watch that film.
I'm gonna be a fat Edward Scissorhands at fucking Halloween now.
I'm completely fine with it now. To a point now, it's weird. I was so afraid of that back in the day. Nowadays, if I met a girl that looked similar,
Turned you on there.
Oh yeah,
I thought
nothing
so.
psychosexual about that at all.
Load of bollocks. You well into him. I'm still scared of hospitals.
Not a wanky one.
Not a wanky one. I'm still scared of hospitals, and really do not like going to them. Just because of fucking this motherfucker in Halloween 2, like the original one. And he dies in that. He gets fucking shot in the eyes and blown up and technically dies.
Is that where the worry comes from, that you're going to be shot in the eyes and then exploded?
No, because the way he kills people in that film is absolutely brutal. And if you've seen the Rob Zombie version, it's even worse.
I was about to say the Rob Zombie one was the one.
Absolutely. That just brought it all back for me. That just made it 10 times worse.
What do you think of all the remakes happening of horror? Probably 10 years ago, because they remade like the classics. Was there any of those remakes you went, actually, I quite like that one?
I was not looking forward to it. I love the original film. Love it. It's one of my favourite films of all time.
Kiss me, fat boy. Just
Yeah,
like
I was not looking forward to that remake, and when it came out, mate, I fucking loved it. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely fucking loved it.
Friday the 13th was a pretty good remake.
Yeah, I don't mind some of them. I wasn't a huge fan of the Rob Zombie with Halloween, but I thought it was okay. It didn't ruin it.
Yeah, it's a
I don't think it ruined it.
The addition of the childhood trauma that was there for Michael.
Yeah,
that we didn't get to explore or see during the originals. So it give a different lens and perspective on it, I guess. And the new one, the 2018 release now, obviously Halloween Kills is due to land in October this year, which obviously I'm really excited about. You know, like, what else is there to live for right now? The 2018 version being a direct sequel from the original, just honestly wiped out the Cult of Thorn bullshit. And don't get me wrong, based on the trailer, there might be a little bit of hint that they're going down a similar route in Halloween Kills. I just hope that they do it fucking right this time around.
Yeah, I was a bit worried with that trailer because I felt like they may have fucking give us up their entire load.
Literally the lot. Yeah.
Trailers do that now.
That always.
Say, right, we're only going to show you the first half of the film. You are not going to see any of the good bits. This is how we talk you in.
I think Janice did a mini kill count on the trailer and counted about 13 kills within the trailer. So, you know, can you imagine how many he's going to be in that fucking film?
Probably 14 now.
I suppose at the same time, like, when they remade Wicker Man, I love the original Wicker Man. It's a good film, mate. When they remade it, the trailer, they hardly showed anything for it. So I was so fucking excited. And then it was a big pile of wank.
I disagree. Watching Nicolas Cage punching a woman in a bear costume in the face, automatically I was like, they really just went, fuck it. Like, I'm not even going to mention the bees. That's been memed as all fucked. But it was just that moment where I watched him punch a woman in the face wearing a bear costume. I was like, wow, they really never watched the original film. I think they heard it in the pub. Look, people in mates like, this bloke gets burnt under a big fucking stick, man. It's fucking crazy. And like fucking Christopher Lee's there and stuff. I think they just went, all right, we'll make a film of that. And yeah, Gremlins were there. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, couldn't remember.
Christopher Lee, Gremlins 2, he's in it.
He like died like
like Hulk Hogan as well.
Yeah.
I was just going to say Hulk Hogan turning up and shit, you know.
Yeah.
With the belt off.
He's died
amazing. Fantastic.
He's got a pose.
Yeah. We'll say. They were gonna kill him in the film, and then he turned around and said, it ain't working for me, brother.
Doesn't work for me, brother. Doesn't work for me, brother. Craig, we're going to start wrapping up. I'm going to ask a few final questions, I suppose, before we go home. Favorite horror movie of all time?
Yeah, I can't give you one. I struggle with this shit all the time. I think if I've got to narrow it down a bit.
ASM Splinters.
I've got to go with Friday the 13th Part 2.
Ooh.
Part 2. First introduction of Jason. Well, the first real introduction of Jason before the hockey mask. I love the hockey mask look. Love it. That will become a tattoo at some point, but before the hockey mask and just, love that shit.
Before the hockey mask, after he jumped out the water.
Yeah. Jumped out the water as a child and all of a sudden he's wearing a sack and he's fucking nearly 7 foot tall, you know.
Because, puberty.
Pure logic.
Jersey.
Long-term stories, I say.
Most overrated horror film? Or horror series, if that makes it easier.
So, I think Exorcist.
Okay.
It was good for its time, but it doesn't age well. Blair Witch Project. That's
I'll get it all
pile
the
of
way
balls.
around.
And fucking Scream. Fuck. Like, that for me fucked horror movies. The introduction of Scream fucked horror films for me. It all became teen slasher and it was just bullshit then.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah, go and fucking do one, you prick.
That film wouldn't have been as good though if like Drew Barrymore just turned around. It was
Titanic. Over 2,000 people
shit.
died.
All right, see you
Yeah.
later. And
Yeah.
fucked off down the road. Like that was the end of the film.
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing? I'm making popcorn. Fuck
horror
off and
fan.
leave me alone.
Better horror fan. It'd have been a shit film, and that'd been it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Scream because it broke it down, but then I think we're only getting back to the thing was like a horror film can just be like like Hatchet is amazing.
Mm.
In Hatchet, Rob, it's in Hatchet.
I know what you did last summer.
I
See,
reckon
it became, yeah.
Hatchet to
See,
me is like an argument against it. It's like it's kind of ripping people apart.
See, I like House of Thousand Corpses,
Good
The
choice.
Devil's Rejects. A good film, but again, I don't know if I'd class it as horror film. Maybe more gory. You know,
If we're not going down the whole road, then you go like Human Centipede.
yeah, exactly.
Serbian still fucking the
Oh, mate, the Serbian film, fuck.
yeah, that one we're not going to be able to cover.
Okay, the
Can't
rabbit
cover
hole
that.
is getting deeper, and we're supposed to be wrapping up. So
And let's move on.
I'll step in and say, what's your favourite topless photo moment and why?
My favourite topless photo moment. I had this moment with this bloke where randomly we had a wrestling match in my living room.
And who was
May have broken a knuckle.
who went
Uh,
over?
Mr. Chaos went over. He did.
They booked himself strong
Yeah.
enough.
He
No,
booked
no, no.
me over.
I booked him over.
House
I
rules.
booked him over.
Carlo.
2 out of 3 falls. It went well.
Yeah, good. Will there be a rematch?
Took a pedigree in his living room.
Yeah.
Will there be a rematch?
I took a headshot to the fucking bottle of Jack Daniels. That wasn't pleasant.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was an interesting experience, that's for sure. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a Hot Tag Reviews extra on the next session. After hours.
After hours.
After hours.
After hours.
Would you be willing to book Strawberry Broman as your
Oh my god, what a legend.
Strawberry Broman?
Strowman was the one. Mate, my fucking kid's reaction to seeing Strowman was just brilliant. Calls me into the living room. You're right, Owen. Dad, he's dead big.
I am the captain.
Fucking loved it.
There's a man out there that's got what I'm going to be showing him this, and he'll be just mildly pleased, shall we say?
Good to hear. That's good
Throwing
to hear.
out for Strawberry Broman.
Strawberry Brahma.
And wrapping back up with a wrestling themed sort of stint question, what are you enjoying the most in professional wrestling at the moment?
Yeah, I'd say Hot Tag Reviews. It's fine.
I'm going to go Hot Tag Reviews.
That's
Mate, considering wrestling is supposed to be at its like peak for the first time in years, right now, a lot of it's a pile of wank, and it's just upsetting. I'm watching Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, and Impact at the moment, trying to keep up as much as possible, and it's so fucking hard to keep up with all of them.
That's what she said.
But some of it is just. I feel like Jim. I text Rob the one night and I was like, dude, I feel like Jim Cornette with what I'm about to say. But what the fuck have I just watched?
I'm a heel, motherfucker.
Honestly.
Where's the cheese on my butt, you stupid bitch?
Like Fat Jericho, I love the guy. Like, I fucking love him. But hang it up, man. You're Ric Flairing now. Just, yeah. Reaching that point. Fucking do one. Move on.
Is there anyone you like in modern day wrestling? Let's try and end on the positive. Is there anyone you do like in modern day?
I genuinely, and have done for a very long time, and Rob hates it, is I love Baron Corbin. I have loved Baron Corbin since day one, and I think more so because of the character than his wrestling ability.
Yeah,
What character?
he's a complete
He-
bastard.
He's a complete prick. Whether it's him on screen, him on Twitter, him meeting you in public, he does not break that. And
Yeah.
people don't do that shit anymore. People are too
No, they
afraid
don't. Yeah.
to
I think
be
that-
that.
Person
Fucking
does it
thing.
nowadays, a wrestler called MJF.
Yeah,
And he's like, I heard the story once that he met a kid at a convention and he told the kid go fuck himself.
yeah, that was brilliant.
Dad then moaned about this online, saying like, what do you want to say to my son? Like, you told my son to fuck off. He goes, his response, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
So it should be.
yeah,
It's brilliant.
not about the
Brilliant.
kid, about the bad attitude. Let's just clear that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't gonna
thanks-
fuck the kid.
thanks for that.
Let's
Is there any independent wrestling promotions that you might be looking forward to seeing in the near
All
future?
wrestlers.
Or wrestlers?
there's I don't know if you've heard, there's this one show coming up in October, which I'm
Oh, yeah.
kind of I'm buzzing for.
Mhm.
BCCW. I don't know if
Oh,
you've
yeah.
seen anything about it. Yeah, that I'm looking forward to. I will be hijacking any chance that start RC because that pisses me off. So throwing that out there for your RC Chaos fans, don't chant RC. Sound like a fucking knob. Chant Chaos. All right?
If you will.
If you will.
And on that note,
Yeah.
you've been told you need to chant chaos, and that's the bottom line because Craig says so. And that is all we have time for on this episode of Talking Shop. Definitely one of the longer episodes. A lot of things covered, a lot of good, open, honest conversations about many different subjects. Hope you enjoyed listening. I have been Rob Campbell alongside.
Daniel, let's dance cornfield.
Yes.
Fuck you, meme.
Love that.
And our guest, our fabulous guest, has been the one and only, even. Get your Chesney Hawkins out. Craig Chaloner. Thanks for coming along, buddy.
Very out of it.
Appreciate it, boys.
Thanks for opening up. Until next time, we'll catch you down the road.